Oh my god, I knew that dandruff shampoo didn't work. Oh my god.
That's life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how you can actually go out there, create and make a Facebook ad that converts for your Shopify store products, your dropshipping business. So if you are a seasoned veteran and you're checking this video out and maybe you've been losing money with Facebook ads, you're not getting a conversion, or you don't really know how to create them, or you're somebody new and you're a little bit intimidated by the whole Facebook ad creation process, and maybe you're on a budget and you don't know if it's really something you can tap into yet just because it seems like hieroglyphics to you, this is the video for you. All right, you've come to the right place, and I know there's going to be a few stragglers watching the video who are just getting into this and this is their first time. They don't even know how to advertise. You've never made money before. Maybe you're watching this and you just want to fire your boss and be able to make a full-time living on the internet, and you've definitely come to the right place as well. So stick with me here. Now my webcam decided to cut out in this video, so you guys are going to be able to see the screen here in a moment. I'm going to walk you through this whole process, but I hope you enjoy this. Let's just get into the training. I'm rambling. When it comes down to this, the best tip I'm going to give you is not to have a variety store, okay? A lot of people who are really making money, some of them have variety stores, but that's because they know what they're doing. A lot of you guys who are struggling or just getting started, the best thing you could do is make sure that your Shopify store is niche specific. And this square with the S, that stands for Shopify, that's your store. You want to make sure it's a niche. So an example of this would be, we're in the niche of hunting. We have hunting products just on our store. We don't sell lingerie. We don't sell lotions, potions, gadgets, and electronics. We're just selling hunting related stuff. Okay, that is it. That is all. That is a niche store. The reason why you want to start out with a niche store when you're doing Facebook ads is because it's going to allow you to run profitable Facebook ads without being a Facebook ad expert. That's the beauty of it. You're going to be able to understand how to actually optimize ads easier. You're going to not have to know anything technical, and it's easier to make money that way. Like it really is. So an example would be, a lot of you guys have probably seen this with Facebook. You'll see people who have niche specific Shopify stores, and they'll run an advertisement on Facebook. Okay, and then what they'll do is they'll direct people from that advertisement to a specific product listing on their store. Maybe they're selling camouflage, maybe they're selling hunting deer scent. I don't know, but they'll send people from that advertisement straight to that product. That's called direct marketing, and it does work. Direct response marketing, sending somebody from advertisements, which is cold traffic, people who do not know who you are, they've never been to your store, directly to an offer they'll probably be interested. But the only way that's going to work for you if you do this method right here, which is what 99.9% of people in the dropshipping niche are doing, is you need to make sure that that Facebook ad you're running and you're paying for is very, very specific. It's laser targeted to people. And you also need to keep in mind, most people who see an advertisement then go to a product, a sales page to purchase something, they're not going to buy on the first time. They're not. And that's where you'll see a lot of people who are in dropshipping. They'll be like, oh my God, I spent $100 on Facebook ads. All right, and I was able to make, 3 sales on my store, but those 3 sales only equaled $70. So I'm missing $30, because it takes 70 plus 30 to make 100, and I'm losing money. Facebook ads is a scam. I'm never doing Facebook ads again. It didn't work. It's broken. Okay, I've seen this time and time again with people, which is why I want to share with you how I advertise, and I recommend doing this for your store as well. So how we're going to do it is we're going to run an advertisement, okay, and I'm going to share with you guys a live demonstration of all this. Don't you worry, okay? We're going to run an advertisement that's going to be laser targeted with a niche within a niche, because if you do multiple niches but they're micro niches, which I know sounds confusing, but it's all going to make sense to you in a second here, you're going to really be able to acquire a customer and a lead 10 times easier. It's going to be on fire for you, baby. So how we do this is we run an ad, and instead of sending people straight to a store, we send them to an incentive, which is going to be on a capture page. Capture page, the whole purpose of one is to collect a name and or email and or both. So we collect the name and email, so they get on our email list right here. So we have our retargeting email list, and then from there, obviously after they go from the capture page, they'll be sent to our Shopify store right here. But the reason we do this is because we want to get them on a retargeting list so we can keep following up with them in weekly newsletters and refer them back over to our store. Whereas if we're doing this method right here, we market to them once, we will never get back to marketing to them again unless we keep paying Facebook to run our advertisements. And you don't want to do that. With this method, you don't have to run advertisements forever to remarket to people, and you can start building a relationship with them. And this is really where the money is at. And you need to think this way with Facebook ads, because you don't want to run ads and then be like, oh my God, I'm losing money, or they're not working. No, if you want to make it work, you need to see that this is a long-term process. It takes time to get customers, and you got to be consistent. You got to work your ass off, and this is the way to do it. This is the easy way to do it, okay? So an incentive for a capture page would be like, hey, enter your email or enter your name and email to get 50% off or a 50% off discount code on our site, on our hunting site. And then after they enter their name and email, they'd be directed to our Shopify store, but we would also collect their email in the background and be able to follow up with them. And or we could do clearance, we could do promotions, enter your name and email to get a chance every time you buy something, you get 2 items for free. Or enter your email to get free domestic shipping or free international shipping on all orders over $25. Just enter your email to get access. And then after they do that, you give them that incentive, they'll be directed to that hunting store where they can look at that hunting camouflage, that deer scent or binoculars, whatever it is that you had in your ad in the first place that actually got them interested. Makes sense? All right, awesome. Because what it'll allow you to do, if it doesn't make sense, I just want to cover this quickly, guys, because you need to have a different mindset when it comes to making Facebook ads that are profitable, is when you do this method, all right, you're collecting the lead, and now what you're doing is when you spend that $100 on Facebook ads, using the same example over here, let's say you make those 3 sales, and those 3 sales equal the total of $70. Well, yeah, you didn't make money. You've lost $30. How do you make that $30 back? And how do you not only break even, how do you begin to make a profit so you can quit your stupid job? It's very simple. You follow up in a weekly newsletter through email, and you keep referring people to your Shopify store. You say, hey, I have a clearance on specific items. Come check out my store. Hey, we're having a sale on these items. Check out my store. Hey, we're having a promotion. Check out my store. Hey, we're selling this new hunting item. Check out my store. It doesn't have to be around hunting. I'm just using this one niche as an example. And guess what? After 1 month passes by of you following up with them, not harassing them daily, but every single week, a weekly newsletter, a monthly newsletter. I'd say weekly. Weekly is good. You'll see that those people you spent that $100 initially at the beginning of the month on a Facebook ad, you'll see those people that got on your email list, you'll get about maybe 10 extra sales just by following up with them. It didn't cost you any more advertising dollars to do that, and that equals maybe, I don't know, $300 because hunting equipment is expensive. So now you made $300, which means you are in $200 profit mode right here. You now made $200, which means you can now be financially free when you run Facebook ads, because now you know every time you run $100 through Facebook and you use this method right here, every time you spend $100, you know not immediately you're going to make $300 and be in $200 in profit, but you know in about 3 weeks, in about 1 month, you're going to be able to turn a profit of about $200. Does that make sense? That's how you need to look at advertising, and that's how I would encourage you to structure it out. And that's really what you need to have in place before we jump into Facebook ads. All right, so just some ground rules, some little mindset things you need to be aware of. And now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this whole video, which is what probably some of you veterans have been waiting for, or new people, which is when we get into Facebook ads and we walk through this whole demonstration and I create one for you guys live, you need to understand the metrics. Understanding the metrics and the data that Facebook gives you based on running ads with Facebook, when you spend $5 a day, $10 a day, $50 a day on a Facebook ad, it's going to determine whether your ad is going to be profitable and you're going to get clients and customers, or it's not going to be profitable. So you're going to see when you run like a $5 a day ad for like 3 days, which is what I would encourage you. If you're wondering, well, Brando, how much should I spend? I'm on a tight budget. I'm almost broke. I would encourage spending $5 a day for 3 days. That's a total of $15 out of your pocket. And the whole goal with this is not to get any type of purchases, not to make any money whatsoever. The whole purpose of this is to test the audience you're advertising to and see the data and feedback that comes back, and then readjust yourself to create an optimized ad that actually gets you sales and gets you customers and makes you money. All right, so when you run an ad, you'll see something that looks like this. You'll reach maybe 100,000 people. All right, so you'll reach 100,000 people after you spend $5 for 15 days, maybe. This is, again, an example, and you'll reach maybe 150,000 impressions. Okay, so those are people who actually saw your ad. And then CPR is cost per result. So we're going to optimize our ad for lead generation, not for sales. We're not going to send people straight to, a product to purchase it. Direct marketing we could do, but we want to build our email list and retarget people. So we're going to optimize our ad for lead generation to get people on that list. So let's say we got no leads after running a $5 ad for 3 days. Okay, we got no leads, which is typical. Again, you're probably not going to get leads. You're probably not going to make sales. But let's say we're able to get like 30 clicks, okay? And that is engagement. That could be shares. That could be just clicks on the actual website. That could be clicks as in people have liked it. Okay, any type of engagement. That is awesome. This is great because now what we can do, all right, and what we're going to do is we're going to see, okay, out of those 150,000 people that actually saw the ad, we're able to get those 30 clicks. Were they males? Were they females? Oh, we'll see, okay, it was, pretty much 50-50. It was both males and females that clicked on it. Oh, but it was people who are age range between 20 and, I don't know, like 36 years of age. Okay, so now we know we have a more specific audience based on those 30 clicks. We have an audience that is actually interested. Okay, if they weren't interested, they wouldn't have engaged on our ad. They would have just ignored it. So now what we can do is we can narrow our audience down even more. So now we can target, instead of everyone, we can target both males and females ages 20 to 36, okay, who clicked on our ad, all right, and we can retarget them. All right, we can retarget them. We can create a custom audience on Facebook, which is key to having a successful ad. And now we can market to, which will probably be the 150,000 people. All right, the 150,000. There should be a comma there, and there is a 0 there. Ages 20 to 36. All right, and let's say we're in the niche of, let's say our niche is infants. Okay, let's just go with being an infant, toddlers, babies. Let's say that's my Shopify store niche. So we have our store here. I'm selling, let's say, gadgets and gizmos, accessories, soothers, blankets, pillows for toddlers. That is my niche. That is what I'm selling here. Let's say that is my market. Well, first, before we do anything, we want to make sure that my advertisement, I wouldn't say a video ad. I wouldn't say a carousel ad. I would say you want to do an image ad, all right, for Facebook. They show up really well on mobile devices and desktop. You want that image to be about 1200 megapixel by 1200 megapixel and or 1200 by, I think it is, don't quote me if I'm wrong, I think it's 628 megapixels. Okay, if you have your images around here, they're going to show up really nice on mobile devices and on desktop computers, which is what you want. You don't want people to see your image and be like, what the hell is that? You don't want them to have to guess that. You want them to know exactly what that is. So what we're going to do, which is really, really cool, and it's going to create an effective advertisement for us, is we're going to take one of these products right here and we're going to make it a micro niche. So we have infants, which means now what we're going to do is we're going to target obviously parents. Okay, so obviously we're going to target parents on Facebook, but let's say our product that we're trying to sell and offer to people and market to people on our Facebook ad are people with, I don't know, well, first let's pick the product. Let's say our product is a onesie. All right, so let's say that this is our product that we're selling, and this is the assumption that I found this product on AliExpress or Alibaba. It says I must have a hug. All right, so it's kind of like I must have a hug. It's cute. It's catchy. It's got a moose on it, though. It's got a freaking moose on it. So now what I can do is I can come over to Facebook with this onesie. I can target parents, and I can also target parents who like the animal specifically that is a moose. So now what I'm doing is I'm targeting a niche within a niche. All right, which lowers, again, our cost per acquiring a customer and getting a person on our retargeting email list. This is a big freaking deal. All right, based on just spending a $5 ad for about 3 days, we're able to really narrow down our audience to an interested audience and laser target them. Okay, really laser target them. So now we run our ad and we see how it converts. And that is it, guys. That is all to starting out and making your first ad. So how do you actually do this? Well, let's actually go over to Facebook and let's set this up. So we're going to go over, we're going to click conversions because, again, we want to optimize our ad and pay for conversions only. So we're going to click conversions because we want to build our email list. We could do it for purchases, but we're not going to do that. And now what we're going to do is the fun part. We want to make sure that we have a conversion tracking pixel set up on our website. If you don't know how to do that, there's a lot of tutorial videos out there. Once that's done, we have to pick the audience. audience. So I like to target one country at a time. Sometimes I'll target Canada and the USA or other English speaking countries, but we're just going to do United States for this matter. We're going to click on the country, and I encourage you guys, when you're starting out your Facebook ads, start broad, be as broad as possible, and then when you get some data back from Facebook after running your ad for 2-3 days, adjust your ad, optimize your ad. All right, narrow it down, okay, based on what I shared with you. Okay, based on engagement, who's clicking on your ad? Is it 20-year-olds, 36-year-olds? Who's engaging on the ad? And you narrow it down by eliminating people who aren't engaging on it and focusing on people who are. Okay, but when we start out, we keep it broad. A lot of people, when they start Facebook ads, they're like trying to keep it very specific and scientific and magnify it on a specific audience. And what that does is it eliminates you being able to actually market to everyone. Again, we want to market to everyone at first to see who's actually going to engage on it. We don't want to just keep it precise at the beginning. That's where a lot of people miss out. So we're going to target people 18 to 65. We're going to target all people, all right, for our infant niche, our infant Shopify store. And now the fun part, we're going to target people who are, as it shows up right here, newborns. All right, so people who are parents and have had children in the last 12 months, we can literally laser target them with Facebook. How cool is that? We can target people who've had kids in the last 12 months. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. But it does. So now what we're going to do is we're going to narrow this audience down a little bit more. All right. And maybe we'll do people who like Fisher Price, because I know that's for babies and infants. So we'll click on that. We'll do people who like Huggies Supreme Diapers or whatever. We'll do people who like Johnson's Baby. Does that show up here? Okay, we got Johnson's Baby. What other? Let's see if there's any suggestions. Hasbro's okay. Babies R Us we could pick. Let's do Pampers. All right. We could do Johnson & Johnson because, again, that's just baby stuff. And we can see that we now have an audience of 3.3 million. Very, very broad. That's awesome. That's what we want. And we could keep going on. We could list a whole bunch of additional interests in here. We could narrow those interests down a little bit more. I always encourage narrowing them and then grouping a couple, all right? But we're very, very specific. We can add people who like moose, like the animal, all right? So now we're targeting parents who have babies, who like specifically the animal, which is the moose, which is our product. We're going to be advertising to them, which is like super precise. And now that's pretty much it. We could do people who like Discovery Channel, because that's like an animal channel kind of, or Animal Planet. What is it? Animal Planet. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, awesome. So we're targeting parents that like Animal Planet and moose. All right, so they love animals and they have a baby in the last 12 months. This is laser targeted within a niche, This is awesome. All right, guys, this is fire. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create automatic placements. So Facebook is going to optimize and run our ad for us to get it monetized. All right, and we're going to run it for $5 a day, $5 a day. All right, we're going to run that continuously, and then I'll stop it after about 3 days. You can set a start date and an end date, and we do automatic placements because Facebook optimizes our ad for us. We don't actually edit the placements. You don't want to do that. All right, so we're just going to hit continue, okay, and we'll be brought to a page that looks like this. Boom, okay, we're brought to this page, and I've actually already gone ahead and I've done this for you guys. We're going to do a single image ad. We could do a video ad, but I would encourage starting out doing single video. And I put the picture already in here, and I already typed it up. So here's what I did. I created a headline. All right, I had to look and see what I was going to put here, but I created a headline, and we'll actually edit one part here. Okay. So here we go. I created a headline. It says, "Oh my God, this moose onesie is crazy." So I'm speaking directly to these people because, again, they're parents who like moose, the animal. All right, so I'm speaking to them right away. It's eye-catching, it's attention-grabbing, which is what you want your headline to be, especially when you're in the e-commerce space. You're not really doing personal branding where you're doing a story ad or you're trying to like encourage them on something. You're just kind of direct marketing to them, all right, and you're trying to get their attention because on Facebook, that's what you're trying to do. So you bring them in with something that they're already interested in. That's what's going to get their attention. Something that's relatable. They have a baby, all right, an infant that's 12 months old. So a onesie is something very big. It already gets their attention, and the picture says, "I moose have a hug." It's cute, it's catchy, all right? So it brings them in a little bit emotionally, which is what you want to do. You want to get their attention. You want it to be a relatable title, headline, and you want it to kind of, bring them in emotionally. So when they see this, they're going to think of their baby, and they think of how cute their baby's going to look in it and wearing it. Make sense? Awesome. So now in the text, which shows up above the actual advertisement, it says, just when you thought your infant couldn't get any cuter. All right. So now they're going to think, oh my God, my baby, I can see my baby wearing this. Oh, they will look cuter with it. All right. It brings them in emotionally. All right. And then I said the clothing parents can't resist because our 30% site-wide sale and free domestic shipping on all orders. I'm getting them with something that's really attention getting, telling them, we have 30% off all on our site, our Shopify site. And, we're giving free domestic shipping or, free international shipping. It's very intriguing. It intrigues them. That's what we want to do. We want to give them an intriguing offer, an irresistible offer, a reason to click on our ad. That's what we're doing. We're selling a click. That's it. That's all we're doing on our ad. That's the whole purpose, okay? By being relatable, attention getting, and giving them an irresistible offer. So then I put, see more adorable moose onesies here, and then I said website URL, so that's where I'd actually link my website URL. Right in there. That's optional. You don't have to do that. But at the very bottom of it, what's really key and really important is I said, if you thought this was cute, share it with another parent or comment below. So now what I've done is I've engaged my audience. So now what happens is people who see this advertisement, they see it as cute. They don't see it as something that's spammy or doesn't relate with them. Again, we're targeting parents with newborns in the last 12 months who like moose and like animals, and it's got a cute little catchy phrase on it that says, I moose have a hug. All right, so we're laser targeting them. We're speaking directly to them. It's not spamming in their face. And at the bottom of the ad, it says, if you thought this was cute, share it with another parent. So now they're going to share my ad with other parents that they know, which is going to create viral free traffic for me that I don't even have to pay for. And chances are they're going to share it because it's laser specific on them. It's on a specific niche. You see how cool it is when you learn how to actually create a niche ad as opposed to a very generic ad. All right, it makes advertising fun, and not only that, you're more enabled to get an ROI. You're more enabled to get a customer, to get a lead, and get a conversion and gain people's trust because you're speaking to these people. All right. And you're being very bold about it. This is like direct marketing 101, but relationship building at the same time and speaking to your audience, okay? We're speaking to parents. So we would just do a call to action. We would do learn more. That is it. We're not writing up some big ad copy here. We're just keeping it very simple. And I would encourage you guys use this for your niches with your Shopify stores. Use this as a template to not only create viral traffic coming back by engaging people and getting people to share your ad, literally getting people to share your ad, but also just wording it properly. Again, you're wording it by getting their attention. All right, what's going to get their attention is something that's relatable. So again, we're targeting people, and one of their interests is moose. All right, like this specific animal and Animal Planet. So they obviously like animals. So we're getting their attention right away, and it's relatable. That's the second key factor. Got to get their attention by being relatable. Bring them in emotionally. We're bringing them in emotionally with our first little sentence here. Just when you thought your infant couldn't get any cuter. It's kind of like a 50-50 question. They're like, my infant is the cutest, but that's a cute shirt. That's a cute onesie. All right. So then they ask themselves and picture their infant with this onesie. All right, that's what they do. They take it in. This is the psychology of your ad. So we're being relatable. We're bringing them in with something that's attention getting, and we have another attention getting thing, which is 30% off site wide. Free shipping on all domestic orders. That's intriguing. All right, which is the third thing. You want something that's intriguing, something that's an irresistible offer. We're hitting these all on the head. We're hitting these nails on the head, guys. And then we have our little call to action, which is learn more. And that is it with the ad. We just hit confirm. We're done. We run it. We see the data that comes back. We readjust our ad based on what I shared with you. And that is it. No more technicality. This is how you create a very specific ad that speaks to an audience that doesn't lose you money versus going out there and not knowing exactly what to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as they're putting together for you. That is it for today. If you did like it and you like this type of content I share, make sure you leave a like, comment down below. Likes really encourage me to pop out these every single day. And subscribe with notifications on because you don't want to miss tomorrow's video where we dive into some more cool stuff. So other than that, guys, I don't want to ramble. I'll leave you with this and see you later. Peace out. Oh, God. Now I've got a mess, and that was actually snow. So not funny, so lame. Yes. Yes. Oh, my God. Rocky, what are you doing with my dandruff snow? What are you doing? Hey, man, that's mine.